Malawi is a landlocked country in southern Africa with a population of 18 million by 2016. The country mostly depends on agriculture to boost its economy. Agriculture contributes to over 80% of foreign exchange earnings. 88% of rural women are employed in the agricultural sector as smallholder farmers, compared to 73% of rural men. However, women are still suffering from inequities in terms of access and control over agricultural production, resources, and services. Therefore, the Femmes Afrique Solidarité and the OCP Foundation are mobilizing within the framework of Empowering Women in Agriculture (EWA) program to support women cooperatives under a community project aimed at creating income-generating activities to contribute to modernization and diversifying the Pigeon Pea value chain with a view of empowering their living conditions in a sustainable agricultural system.
For us, what we're trying to do with this group is to make sure that we help women in Africa, because us, as women of Africa, what we want is to see, what we have, look at in different countries, either my country, Senegal, Nigeria, where women are doing cassava and others, to scale it up to feed Africa. We have said that these women will be the one to feed Africa. And we know that we have challenged some time on food security, but this is one of the country whereby we will find women at the forefront of the transformation in the development, and it's agriculture actually. So the value chain of agriculture, from the production to the market, to the table, as we said, So from the field to the table, this is what we are looking at right now. And Malawi is a good example. And we are here with our partner to see how we can scale it up. And the women, as we say, they are already engaged. What they need is train them, secure them, give them access to land, what Joyce Vanda is doing. They have the plot of land for them to, they can grow, but also make sure that we train them in the leadership position in their house, provide them with the health, security, provide them with education of their children. Look at all the youth that are sitting here. So what we need is really an inclusive project, with all the ecosystem around it to make sure that, we scale it up.
I strongly believe that this country can only prosper if we don't leave behind 85% of our people. And 85% of our people are grassroots based. And those that are in rural areas, most of them are farmers. For me, I believe that the future for this country, and indeed another country in Africa, and it is being said now all over the world, is agriculture. So I have found myself as an exporter of agricultural produce. And I have just been awakened to the fact that I can then reach out and touch many lives by finding farmers, outgrowers, and as long as I assure them that I am their off-take. So what I have done is to ask our sister organization, Market Women's Activities and Initiative, which is my group in the Joyce Banda Foundation, which is an organization of thousands of women. Everybody knows we've provided grants, microfinance in the past. But out of those, 5,000 have emerged as willing partners in this project.
Over the week, the mission has engaged in a series of meetings with policymakers, cooperatives, and farmers to establish a roadmap for the project.
Presentation is very important. Sometimes when we look at the cooperative, is that they put their name, that's all.
For me, if the project is going to succeed, the focus needs to be on commercialization, which is going to look at mechanization of production as well as processing. Also, the women need to be supported to run their cooperatives as businesses beyond the association. They need business skills to be able to negotiate deals that are going to bring money from their proceeds.
Considering the project that is being discussed here for implementation, for us we see that as a very good opportunity to really work on how our cooperatives can really be a catalyzing tool for commercializing the agricultural sector. But the beauty about this one is that this is where you can be able to have women and youth and the men from the rural communities being able to participate in the value chains now at commercial scale. But for that to happen, there are a few key things that are needed. On one hand is how the ecosystem players are able to work together to identify the challenges that are there in the system and then work on them together. Because each of the players in the ecosystem, they have their own unique things that they bring on board.
As Nandolo Farmers Association, we have a lot of challenges in the Pigeon Pea sector. The challenges that we face is that there are so many value chain actors doing the pigeon pea industry. We haven't all come together so that we can address the need of the farmers. We as Nandolo Farmers Association of Malawi, the owners of this association are the actual farmers who grow pigeon peas. And we know actually what we're missing, what we would like to have for this sector to go further. You are aware that Malawi is agriculture-based economy, and if these farmers are not really empowered, then sustainability cannot be there. Our needs right now is we are spread. We work with cooperatives, we work with clubs, we work with individual farmers, commercial farmers, but you know, in Malawi we're still using the hoe to till our garden, making it impossible for us to cultivate a big area because it's actually too much, it's hectic. Apart from that, you know, our farmers in the rural areas, resource is a little, financial resource is a problem. They cannot afford to engage casual workers to help in their farms. That makes it very impossible for them to do a lot on the farm. So if we actually graduated like other countries, if we had machinery which can help to tilt our farms, it would actually help the farmers.
Malawi has a huge agricultural potential, and if it's well organized, it will do extremely well. What everyone has realized is that a lot depends on what women do and how they do it, and whether they are able to have access to the mechanization that they require, the financing, training, and all the support that's necessary. So we are happy that Malawi is embracing the EU recommendations and decisions to support women in agriculture. The way forward is to ensure that all of the government ministries work together. You cannot work with women in isolation. The ecosystem required to give women support is very multifaceted. So that's why we have put together a technical committee which is composed of the Ministry of Industry and Trade, because women have to have access to markets. The Ministry of Agriculture, they have to have a lot of agricultural support in terms of implements. Ministry of Gender, that really mobilizes the women. And of course the university, because Malawi has a university that focuses very much on agriculture, the Luana University. And we think that they will have a lot to contribute to this project.
I think Malawi have done tremendous steps. We have seen the president just nominating 40% of women in cabinet, more than 40%. But you know, the African Union has adopted the gender parity principle. And we want it to trickle down. We want the parity to go down to the people.